welcome to Simple Stories Live. Happy Friday. I hope that you've had a fantastic week. I'm excited to do a little crafting to kick off the weekend. We actually got a bunch of snow this week. We got about 9 inches of snow, which is fantastic for Utah. We need it for the drought that it might have. And so we were real excited to get the rain and snow, but I'm ready to brighten up my house. I'm ready to brighten up for spring. And so today we're going to be creating a full bloom banner with the full bloom collection, and I'm really excited about this. How's everybody doing out there? I see that we have Peg from Colorado Springs. We have Christy from Arkansas. Teresa, hello. Yvonne, hello. Terry, hi, how are you? Lisette from Florida, and Kevin is at the airport in Florida. Hello, Kevin, and Amber and family. Good to see you. So we have a fun project. This is a request that we had from last week's live. I said, hey, I've got all these plans coming up for our future lives, but what do you want to see? And we had 2 people request that we make a banner using our 6x8 pad. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to take a look at our supplies. So let me turn it over to the desktop view. And we are going to be using the 6x8 pad as our base for our project today. Now, this is a brand new pad, so you can see all of the different cute patterns that we have in here, but I've gone ahead and done some prep work. So hopefully this won't be a super long video today, but I'm excited to be crafting with you, especially with this bright, happy, full bloom collection. I see Rosalinda, I see Karen, I see Nancy. Hello, it's so great to have all of you here. So look at these fun products that we're going to be using today. So let me move this out of the way, and I'm going to be showing you what I did as the prep work to get started. So I love making banners, especially they're really easy to do from our 6x8 pad. And if you've been watching our Simple Stories live for a while, you saw that we made one back in the fall with our card kit, where we use the card kit panels and then we place them on 6x8 pad banner bases. So today we're going to do it a little bit differently. I've gone ahead and pulled out all the papers that I want to use for my banner. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I've done so far. So I've pulled out the designer pages make for fun banners that are already made. See, you've got this one right here. So there's about 4 or 5 in here. About 4 usually each pad. And so some of them work for the banners, and then others you can use the back sides for the pattern. So I've gone ahead and I've measured to the center and I've cut up 1 inch, and then I've cut up to that 1 inch mark from each of the corners to create my banner shape from the 6x8 paper. I've also cut one of the paper strips, the striped 6x8 paper, into 1 inch strips to place across the top of each one, just so that they have a common denominator between all of the pennants. And then I've added some eyelets and holes to the top. So let me go ahead and put these out. What I like to do is I like to decide the patterns. Hello, Becky. Hello, Sue. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Beverly. I see Joanne too. I like to pick out my patterns and kind of place them in the order that I think I want them to go. Now, I love pattern, so I like to mix up all the patterns. And so this is the order that I thought I would do. And I'm going to do the word spring on my banner today. So it will be SPRING. And then this last one is I'm repeating the white in the center and then on the 2 ends of the banner. So I'm planning on doing some sort of, this one has a decorative element already on it, pre-printed on the paper. But I think on this last one, I'm going to make my own decorative element. So that is the prep work that I've done for the bases of the banner. Now, the next thing I did is I went through the 6x8 pad. Hi, Tina. Hi, Linda. And I picked out some additional patterns to cut some base shapes to go on top of this. I love layering. I love adding layers. So I've die cut several of those, and I picked out a pattern paper to go with each one. And then I just used an oval die that I had in my stash, but then I wanted an additional layer behind it. So instead of adding another layer of pattern paper, this time I chose to go with a vellum. This is kind of my recipe for banners. If you've watched me before, you've seen me do this. And so this is my recipe for starting out a banner. Have a base shape and then layer up a couple of different shapes. And then just some basic shapes, whether that's circles, rectangles, and in this case, I've used ovals. You could even vary the shape from banner to banner for even more fun. And so that is what we're going to start with today. These are really fun to add to your home, not only on your mantle, but you can add them to a staircase, over a window, on a sideboard, over your oven, like on your hood. Like we have one that's really high above our oven, so it's not a fire danger, but they're also great to sending to someone who's in the hospital or someone who's in a care center or your kids at college. Like they don't have a lot of options for hanging things on the walls. And so these banners are really, really fun to make. Okay, so here is the base that I'm going to start with. Look at all the cute papers. And then I die cut from the Color Vibe cardstock some letters to go on these. Now, what I love about our Color Vibe cardstock is it's solid on one side and then the tonal dot on the other. Now, I want to show you something really quick before we move on. You guys are saying, how do I know which Color Vibe cardstocks match my collection, right? Well, that is the beauty of Simple Stories. If you head over to our website, and I'm going to show you this really quick, and you find the collection that you want or that you're working with, just click into that page for the collection. It will show you all the beautiful papers. So if you want to take a closer look at those, you can see all of the embellishments and get a closer look at what's in each of the packs. But if you keep on scrolling all the way down, we have listed all of the Color Vibe cardstocks that coordinate perfectly with our collections. So that is how you can find out, especially if you don't have a local scrapbook store and you're shopping online, which of our Color Vibe cardstocks are going to coordinate with your project. And we all know that we usually craft in the middle of the night or the early morning, or we're stilling moments here and there. And so we don't always have the best light to pick out our cardstocks. So pick up some Color Vibe cardstock to go with your collections and you will be good to go. Okay, so I have die cut some letters using my Silhouette machine, and I've used the font Impact. So if you want to use the same font, you can do that. I also like this font where if you don't have a die cut machine, this is something that you can print out on the computer. And because it has a simple edge to it, you could actually fussy cut these letters out if you want. Now, I used Illustrator to make my own shadow and then imported that into Silhouette, and I cut that from the Tomato Color Vibe cardstock. So we have this pop of red. All of my banners are like this soft blue, the blush, the gold, the orange, but then I've got this pop of red, which is also in the collection. You can see that in the stripe that just pops those letters forward. So this is how we're going to start today. Hello, Claudia. Great to see you. Yes, I'm glad you like Color Vibe as well. So what we're going to do from this point is I have them all laid out in front of me, and I'm kind of going to work on them all at once. And this is so I can distribute the different embellishments and make sure I'm repeating elements where I want to repeat them and that kind of thing. You can use this same technique if you're creating cards. So think of these banner panels as a set of cards. Maybe you want to set out 8 panels of cards, and then you just want to work with your collection and move all the embellishments around and do that. So this is something you can use for layouts and cards as well. So let's get started. All right, so I'm going to pull in. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to pull in my bits and pieces. I just love these so much. This collection has, now just ignore my little washi tapes on the front of the package. That's just a little signal that I do to myself to let myself know that it's not a full package and that I've pulled some pieces out. But for our project today, that doesn't matter. We're just picking up with what we've got. So what I love about our bits and pieces is that look how many you get in a package. I'm going to be using these florals throughout the banner panels to tie everything together. But I want to look at my journal bits and my bits and pieces as well, because I'm going to be looking for focal point images to put on these banner pieces. So let's go ahead and start with our regular bits and pieces. I'm pulling out a plate to dump them on so I can move them in and out of the screen. Let's see who else is out there. Hello, Mari. Great to see you. Hi, Linda. So glad you all are joining us today. I hope you're having a happy Friday. This collection is just something that will cheer your dull winter days right up, right? So that's why I wanted to play with it today. Okay, so I've got this cute bike image. So this is something that I would think of as a focal point image. So I'm looking for these kinds of images in the bits and pieces to put on my banners. So this bike one, I'm going to look for a letter that if I overlap it, I can still tell what that letter is. Or maybe I want it to come out from that letter. So for example, maybe I want to tuck it behind the letter S and have this little bike driving out and pointing that way. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to flip through these and just look for focal point images. So like this little beehive, maybe I want to add a splash of yellow here. I've got this garden gate. That would be a really fun one to tuck in somewhere that needs some brightening. So I'm just going to play with these and start placing them. This fun little rainbow would be so cute. Like this one needs some color, I think. So I'm going to place that one there. Let's see what else we got. We got the flower cart. How cute is that? Maybe tuck that behind the eye. And we're just going to play with these main focal point images. Let's see. I also want to make one over here. So I'm going to keep that in mind. However, I might bring in some, oh, look at this kite. Oh my gosh, that is cute. Okay, so that's got to go somewhere for sure. We've got this little beehive. Have you ever done a beehive? My neighbors do a beehive, but it kind of scares me. I love the gift of the honey, but I gotta be honest, I don't know if I would keep bees because they are little, I don't know. I just think they're unpredictable. So I don't know, but maybe some of you have beehives out there. I do have a neighbor that has told me how amazing they are as far as like working together and all that fun stuff. So let's see here. I've got, what else do I want to put on here? I might switch out I might put this flower cart over here on this one because it's a bigger piece and build off of that. Look at these cute letters. Oh, I've got a wheelbarrow. That is super cute. I kind of think the wheelbarrow should go, I like it on this orange one. And then I'm going to keep that little beehive there. And that is probably where I'm going to start off. Maybe this could go with our little flower cart. I'm just going to leave it there and audition it. Okay, so you could see that each little banner piece kind of has a little focal point image. And that's kind of how I start. The next thing I do is that, Katie, good idea. Plant flowers to support the bees. That is what I will do. I will support my neighbors with their bees. Thank you for that, because we love our bees. We need our bees. Okay, so now from there, I'm going to start adding in some like supporting images. So for example, I'm not sure if I'm going to leave that banner there. Let's see. So for example, I have the gate and the little nest that go here together. I love that little banner. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to incorporate it. So for example, my beehive, right? Naturally, I'm going to look for some bees to go with that little beehive. So I'm going to look for some things to go with each of my focal point images. This kite, it's begging for some clouds, right? So let's put some clouds in there. Not sure how I'm going to arrange them yet, but I'm just playing. And the bits and pieces, because they're not sticky, I can do this. Now, you could do this also with your chipboard pieces. Just put a little bit of baby powder on the back, and you can also play around with them as well. So we've got a bee over here. Let's see. I think we need, with our bike, what can we put with our bike? Let's see. The bike is a pretty big piece, so it's actually probably okay. This little snail is adorable. He's got to go somewhere, maybe right there with the flower cart. I've got a butterfly. That would be cute with one of these. Maybe up here or maybe over here. It's got a lot of blush on that one, so let's put that one there. We have some little tiny ladybugs. So this is where I'm going to start adding in some supporting images. Another little bee. Maybe I want a bee over here with that rainbow. Loving the ladybugs. Got to find a spot for them. There's the red of that. Maybe over here with the bike. That could be cute. Maybe pair a couple up there. I don't know. I might come back to that one. A little bird. Oh, the bird. The bird. Let's put the bird maybe on top of the letter I. He kind of gets lost. I don't know. We got to find a spot for him too. There's a bird there. All right. Too many fun things, right? So let's see. I feel like our wheelbarrow needs something to go with it. So let me look for that for a minute. How's everyone doing? Did you get snow this week? I know some of you have got some snow last week, you were telling me. So maybe you kept getting snow. We were glad to have that snow. Okay, I'm feeling good with where this is going. I think I'm going to change out the ladybugs for this butterfly because I like the repeat of the yellow. And that's feeling pretty good so far. So the next thing I might do, I might pull in those floral bits, but I also have some floral pieces right here within this bits and pieces pack. So I might pull in a few of those. There's a little wreath. Like for example, I can tuck this flower maybe behind the butterfly up here and make that a little more, have a little bit more presence. Let's see, we could tuck this flower right here behind this bee. So he looks like he's pollinating those. Let's keep playing. Let's keep playing. Oh, there's some cute little seed packets in here. Maybe that needs to go with our wheelbarrow. Oh, this is cute. Okay, I'm going to start mixing in some words. So we've got this this cute phrase that says pollen in love of spring. I like that by the bee. So now that I've got some images, let's see if we can add in some words. I think a little flower by that bird would be cute. I kind of want another flower over by my beehive, so I'm looking for a smaller one. Or maybe I'll pull in the larger ones. I think I'm done with the florals in this particular pack. So I've got some hearts. I'm trying to see if there's any other place that I want to put a phrase. I think that might work there, even though it's big. The I can handle it, I think, the letter I. And then we've got this little phrase right here that says, excuse me, spring is in the air. And that is coming together nicely. Like, so look how fast we just did that. I think I am ready to pull in some more florals. I think I could do one here. And maybe I'll switch one out over here. I'm not sure. So let's just see what we've got in this little pack. And I see Mary here. Kim's here. Hi, guys. So good to see you. Marcia's here. She's asking about the name of the collection. Yes. So Terry's telling you right. This is the Full Bloom collection. Isn't it pretty? So look at this long piece. Well, you know what? That one fits really nicely behind the end, but because that's a floral paper, I'm going to go with maybe flowers that are a bit brighter to stand out right there. So maybe this red one. I'm looking. Let's see. I have some more cute butterflies. Let's see. The yellow might pop, except I've got that yellow beehive. So maybe the red would be the best. Okay. Let's see if I've got another red or orange one. Oh, this one will be good. This one's got the orange and the blue, and I think that will just pop against that blush background. And then it's just going to kind of fill out that section of that letter N. So look how cute that is. I think we need maybe one over here by the letter I and this wheelbarrow button. The wheelbarrow does have some florals already, so I just want to make sure that's not competing with that. Let's see what colors. Oh, thanks, Terry. Thanks. Hi, Embellish Away. I'm glad you caught the live as well. Thanks for coming. Okay, maybe that one. That's a fun shape. Okay, so I'm loving this. Look how fast that came together thanks to the bits and pieces. That little snail is too cute. I like him by the bike, but I think I want a different color because he's orange and the letter's orange. So let me peek through my bits real quick and see if I have a different color handy of a snail. Oh, I've got a yellow one. Although I have a yellow bike. Is that too much yellow? You guys tell me. Maybe a bird. Let's do a bird. Too much blue? I might have to look for a snail in a different spot, but he's super cute. Love him. Okay, we've got a little bee. I think I might come back with a different bee, like a foam bee. No, he's cute. I'm leaving him. Or maybe our ladybug friend. All right, I'm feeling good about this. Okay, so now look at that. Look how fast that came together. I think I want to work on this final panel a little bit more, but I'm ready to start gluing all these down. And so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to start with our little panel. Now, one thing you can do is after you've set out all of your items, take your phone and take a quick picture. And then as you move things, you'll remember how you had them. And then, so that's my tip as well. Just take a quick picture, use your phone. We've got it with us usually. And so it goes really fast. And then you've got a little reference picture to put your banner together. Oh, fun. Teresa's about to start a mini book with this collection. That's cute. That's really fun. You guys will have to stick around towards the end. I want to show you another project that I made with this collection. So I'm using some thin foam tape to adhere these together. I like the thin foam tape because it's not too bulky. And that way I can stack several layers on a project. And then, you know, if I'm doing that 3 or 4 times, overall, it's not going to cause a lot of issues. So here I've got I'm going to put my bike behind that letter S. We'll just peel that up, and that little bike can be driving out on its way to have a fun outing or a picnic. My daughter had a picnic with her friends already. I'm glad she snuck it in before it snowed. So that was fun. And then we're just going to adhere these all together, which will take some time. And then we will do our last little panel. So how fun is that cute banner? Something you can do really quickly. In fact, we're going to add in some dimensional pieces here once we get this all adhered down. And you can see how when you're working on them all at the same time that you can distribute the different colors, you can distribute the little animals, the little different focal point images. You can see how you've used your supporting images. And that way when you're working on one panel, you're not putting all of your favorite pieces on one panel and then you get to your last card and everything's used up. You can make sure you have an even distribution across all of the projects that you want to create. If that's a set of cards, if that's a set of mini album pages, you know, maybe try this technique if you're building a mini album and see how it works for you. Okay, so let's just adhere that right on top of that oval. And then we have that one built. My clouds may be a little crooked. I may need to fix those. And we'll just keep plugging away. So when is your guys' spring break? Do you have spring break coming up soon? Embellish Away had some snow. Mari's had some snow. That's fun. I love the snow. I think it's beautiful. So some of these we're adhering flat to the panels that are already kind of raised up. And then these are just peeking out from behind. You can see I've already added foam tape to all the letters, to all the ovals. So really I've got 4 layers of foam tape going already with the ovals and the letters. Let me make sure that's straight, or as straight as I can. Ovals are nice for if you have a hard time getting things straight. A shape like an oval is nice because it's a little forgiving as I rip it up and try to fix it. It's forgiving. Oh, goodness. Let me show you how. That's too funny. Okay, our R's done. We'll just keep rolling right along. Now, one thing you may not know that I'm going to come back and show you in just a minute, I mentioned, someone mentioned they're doing a mini album, is that we have a retailer class program, and we actually design classes that our stores teach in their stores. And so I have one that I'm going to show you today using this project, and then you can look for it at your local retailer. Now, the one I'm showing you today was one that we did for a virtual trade show. So not all of the retailers have it. So if your retailer has it, then it's exclusive to them for a few months. So be sure to check that out. And I will bring that in. We used the red flip book, and it turned out really cute. Okay, so there's our letter I. And look how fast that came together. I can make one for summer. I can make one for every season. And they're really easy to send it in the mail. You just put them in a padded envelope and just send it right out there. Becky loves snow, but she is ready for warmer weather. I hear you, Becky. That's kind of how I get in March as well. Even though I love the water and we know that we need the water, you're just kind of done. You're just ready to have a change of scenery. And especially when you live in a place with 4 seasons, you look forward to those changing of the seasons. And that is something, I grew up here in Utah, and that is something I love about Utah, is definitely the change of seasons. So we'll just place that one right there. We'll get our N in place. So let's see. Cindy joined us late, and you'll have to go back and rewatch. So we are making a banner with the 6x8 paper pad. And what we did is we just set up, it's kind of my recipe for banners. We created a base with the pages, and how we created the base is we just measured along the bottom to 1 inch up from the bottom, and then I cut up from the corners and created that upside down V shape in each of the banners. Then I laid them all out into a pattern. I built up a couple of layers of ovals. That to me just adds more pattern. It gives my other images a base to lay on, so to speak. And then I laid them all out at the same time, and then I used my bits and pieces to embellish all the letters, and it actually came together really, really quickly. We're just getting it all adhered together with some foam tape, and then we're going to add some dimension to this. So even though this looks done, I'm going to come back in with some of our enamel dots, with some of our brads, and add even more detail. And that's what is going to make your projects really, really pop, is when you keep going with the different textures. You can see we've got some vellum in here. So we have the cardstock, the different cardstocks going on already. We have the flat pattern paper, but we also mixed in a little bit of vellum, that textured cardstock, and that adds a lot of interest. And you can see all the layers that were popping up as well. That makes it super, super fun and super cute. And darling, we added in a little bit of stitching across the top. So there's another change of texture. And then here's our final one. Okay, so I will build that final one later, and I will take a picture of that. But let's add in some details. We have our puffy stickers. We have our brads. And we have our foam stickers. So I think I'm pretty good with like images. I'm trying to think if I want to add any of these black and white words. So here's a couple of places where I have the black and white words in the middle. I've got a black and white word here at the end. I'm actually going to switch that one out for this puffy one, because that is going to add some texture to this. So I'm going to add that puffy one on that final one there. And then I think it might be fun to add in, how about this bloom word? This bloom one, maybe right here. Or actually right there. Let's do that. Just that pop of black here and there is going to add some fun. We've got our cute little puffies. Okay, I told you I love the ladybugs, so I'm going to put a little ladybug on that letter. I think we need some hearts. Let's do a couple of hearts over here by the sun. We can add, let's put a couple of hearts above this bird right here. Look how cute that would be. So I see a yellow one. And then we got a red one. And then I'm going to come in with some of our shiny brads. I love the shine on these. I love that they're on the clear backing as well, so you can like audition them and see how they look. So I think we need a big one right there. Let's do this Hello Spring one right under there, in between the space at the bike and the bird's bottom. Another big one right here would be cute. Maybe this birdhouse. We'll add that to the bottom of the wheelbarrow. And let's actually stagger a couple together, two different sizes on that one. We can also add, I think we could use one, I'm going to definitely put one there. One right here on the cloud would be cute. And I'm loving that. So there we go, guys. There's our spring banner. I think I am going to work on this panel a little bit. Let's see if you want to stick around for that. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to bring in our chipboard. I love this birdhouse. That birdhouse has got to make it in there somewhere. Well, I've got the flower cart, so maybe not. I don't know. That's a pretty cute little, arrangement. I'm going to keep it. I thought I might switch it up with some of the different pieces, but I'm liking it. So I'm just going to go with it. Mari's loving it. Kim's loving it. Thank you so much. I wanted to do some prep work because I didn't want this video to be super long today. I feel like I keep you a long time. And maybe you like watching the process. But I think the most fun process to watch is the embellishing. And so we did that today. You could see how fast it came together. Got this butterfly. And then I think we'll add in this little orange snail. And then all I need to do is just string this together with some fun twine and ribbons. I can add some buttons to the top of the banner. Do you remember making banners back in the day where you'd tie all the ribbons in between every single panel and just make it nice and fringy and nice and fun? And that is our banner, our springtime banner, using our 6x8 paper pad. Lots of different fun techniques on this. My mouse is frozen here. Let me fix that real quick. It's not going to do it for me, so I'm going to do it manually. Okay. You guys, it was so much fun to be with you. We had this fun 30-minute project. If any of you have any questions? Oh, enamel dots. Teresa, I love that idea. So maybe under the bloom with the P. Love it. How about some enamel dots on the leg of the R? You know what? Let's go back. If you got a minute, let's do it. I had my enamel dots sitting here, and you know I buried them. There we go. Yes, let's do some enamel dots. I actually think we need a brad on this one too. Let's do this big flower brad because that one looks like, see how we've got the teal color here? This brad over here is going to balance that out. And then let's add, kind of want a pattern one, or how about this bright red one? Because all of the pieces have a red except for this last one. In fact, let's add a couple of dots. So what I love about these is, like, look at all of our flowers. We could come back in and we can add centers to our flowers just to give it a little bit of shine. So we've got this red flower here. And I think we should add some more dots there. I'm looking for other flowers first. We've got this orange one, but that's a pretty big center. There's that red one. Oh, one right there would be cute. How about a little blue one? Okay, and maybe I would need, speaking of red, maybe I need a red floral over here to add that red in. I don't know. You know, I'm going to mess with that more later. I feel like it needs red. What do you guys think? Oh, that's a great idea, Kelly. Yes, let's add some dimension to this one. So let's add a dot to this one here, if I could get it in the right spot. She was saying you should add some dimension to the first one because you've added dimension to all the other ones. So how about adding that snail brad? I was thinking in the middle of the flower, but let's put this bee brad maybe down here. And then let's add in that one maybe. Super cute. I'm going to come back in with some more dots. I think you're right. I think the R needs some I kind of want to do a sprinkle. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do blue. Yep, let's go for it. I can always change it later. So let's do a little sprinkle of the blue ones, kind of coming up from that B. Anywhere else, guys? What do you think? The first page. I know that was probably a minute ago. Okay. And then I might come back and work on this one. So there we have it. Oh, you know what? I know where I want some. I want a couple on those clouds. I'm going to put this blush color that kind of matches the lines, the blush lines on the clouds. And these nails are getting in the way, man. That is, you got to have nice nails for filming, but I tell you, they can be tricky to craft with. So we'll add one there. Maybe a little one to the top of that cloud just to give it some texture. I'm looking. I do want to work on this one a little bit more. I just feel like it needs a little bit more red. But I will do that and share a picture on our social media later. Okay, you guys. Do any of you have any questions about our project today? I hope that was fun for you to see. You can see how quickly these banners come together. Again, they are perfect for people in care centers. They're perfect to send to someone in college, to decorate their dorm room. That's what I did for my daughter. I would send her banners for her college dorm because they couldn't hang stuff up on the walls, but they can tape a lightweight paper banner. Now, don't forget that we have our retreat coming up. We just have a few tickets left. So if you want to come to that, be sure to stop by simplestories.com to find out more information and to purchase your ticket. And then you guys, we'll see you next week, same time at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's been so great to be with you today. And thank you so much. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Terry. Thanks, everyone, for coming. We'll see you next week.